Many of the themes, many of the topics are the same. Many of the same trends that defined things 17 years ago are still active today. So this was basically a chart about Moore's Law and the dropping cost of transistors on a chip, or the increasing processing power of computers. The result of this was either a drop in cost or an increase in performance of personal computers, and so on. So this is back then, 17 years ago, 4 years before that, TVs passed PCs in shipments. People on the internet, the number of, the speed of access to the internet, non-PC users, global users, you know, all the trends that you've seen for the last 17 years, I've been following. This actually was about 4 years, this presentation, after I started studying these trends. And spent a lot of time preparing for today. Hopefully what I say today is relevant and interesting. If you want some time, we can go through this another time. This was broadband access in North America. So we were excited 17 years ago because we passed 2 million subscribers, and now we're over 300 million. So all these trends were visible then, but they're accelerating now and continue to grow. And the lesson, and this was George Gilder, my boss from 96 to 2000, looking at fiber optic capacity and bandwidth, and the increase of that, where fiber optic capacity is actually growing much, much faster than Moore's Law. So the question that we talked about then, and the question that's relevant today, is if you look at these technology trends, you can basically ask two questions. What if processing power, transistors on a chip, were effectively free? If you can have millions and billions of transistors to do any processing you want, effectively for zero cost per transistor. If you're looking at trends in technology, which is a little bit about what I'm talking about today, you can ask yourself, what is evolving now? You have with technology is really elasticity of demand, which means as you lower the price, the number of users increases, and as a result of that, you're making more money, not less money, even though you lowered the price. What should we be looking about now? We can probably go through here and find some charts that talk about such things. This was a presentation I gave in Japan, so there's a lot of stuff that's Japan-centric. So what's happening in that area with artificial intelligence? One of the simplest things is automating processes that people used to do by hand. So if you're recruiting people and you have resumes, each year we hire a couple thousand. And not only can you use AI to transcribe the interview so you can search, I can't communicate with anyone all of a sudden. And or it's increasingly difficult. I have to go to scratch. So the same thing, if I'm in a world of Android users and all my friends are on Android applications and we're all on Facebook or whatever it is, you're locked into that system to a large degree because of what you're using. And it's similar for, you know, if you're developing, people have the most stickiness and use of applications rather than mobile web pages. Mobile web pages still usually suck compared to dedicated mobile applications or full desktop applications. Even with HTML5, most of the interesting applications are dedicated applications, and they're usually different and so as you look to development, do you develop for HTML5, do you develop for iPhone, do you develop for Android? These are all the questions, but also if you're a network administrator at a company, how do you support these different devices, these different applications? It's increasingly complicated, but it's an interesting challenge because if you're within one of those ecosystems, if you have a lock-in, if you're an Apple, even though the price of technology is dropping, so they could effectively give you an iPhone for free, they have the highest profits, the highest margins in the industry because they lock people in to buying a new device with the latest features, with the highest margin, with the greatest capability, with all your friends on FaceTime, all your friends on iMessage, all your friends doing other Apple applications, all your past data not migratable from one to another, in a closed garden, a closed world of Apple, to keep you giving them the most. Well, those are kind of the main things. Some of the main things I want to talk about. Another concern is that usually they're wrong, and they have to be repeated multiple times. And they don't get accurate until you have a native language speaker with expertise in that subject matter who's doing the translation to get the language right. So internationalization is a tricky thing. Increasingly, you'll be able to make and build software here or any place that you can sell any place. With the App Store, with the Play Store, with different international marketplaces for software, the barriers to international commerce are decreasing, except for the case of Carver Meets is to listen to the technology. Solutions, bigger displays for video, head-mounted displays for VR. Displays are an area that haven't entirely caught up or kept up with the pace of things. But you can do these intellectual exercises all day long and start to look at the broader picture of how things might change, how things might evolve. Don't look at the problems today. Don't look at what has been difficult for 5 years. Look at what's impossible now, but will be possible that have taken place, and they're actually accelerating or continuing from that. What do you do next? You use photon computing, you use quantum computing. How do you get to subatomic level? So people, maybe in 3 to 5 years, will hit the end of Moore's Law, and a year, 17 years later, we haven't hit the end. Everything keeps going and growing, but I'm very glad people are looking at quantum computing, because
aren't we going, honey?
I'm not sure whether to go or not. Parties really do not excite me.
Don't worry. I have a solution for your problem. To understand the dispute and the local situation and to get involved in the friendly talks, now you can watch your own live TV channel.
Live TV? How is it possible here in abroad?
It's easy. You can watch your live TV channels on multi-screen. If you are interested in watching it through your computer, you can visit to worldondemand.tv, become a subscriber and watch live TV. To watch on your TV screen at home, you can buy a set-top box, connect this set-top box into your TV screen. All you need is a Wi-Fi or Ethernet line and a HDMI cable connected to the box and the TV screen. After that, just enjoy watching your live TV channels. That's not all. You can also watch it through your mobile phones or tablet.
Also through mobile phones?
Either you are an iPhone user or an Android user. You can download our mobile app World on Demand from both Apple Store and Google Store. You can easily access this app using your Facebook account and watch your favorite live TV.
Interesting app. I have downloaded. Now you all download it and enjoy watching live TV channels.
For free.
Could you please help guiding me for using this app?
Sure, give it to me. I'll guide you.
Now he will have his friendly talks with friends and parties will excite him. For more information, please contact.
The computing started with solving the problem for living, then came to business, then came to official problems, then I guess now it came to personal, solving the personal problem on a very limited devices now. But now the evolution would be solving the individual specific problem, not limited with this devices. So that's where I guess the entire computing is going, and that's where the new opportunities, new technologies, new evolution is coming. Invisible robot.
How many people here have a drone? Anyone have a drone yet? No, there's some regulations about flying drones in Nepal, but we'll have one at Paracosmos soon, so we'll spy on you or something. We'll fly over the museum here and get shot down. So robots is very, very interesting. Robotics is very interesting. It's evolving fast. It's one of the areas, a lot of times if you think of the future, just look at what kids are doing. The younger, the better. My 20-month-old kid has used VR already. you know, and it's almost as natural. He uses an iPhone, an iPad. He can take my iPhone and be watching a YouTube video and hit the button to display it on the TV. You know, some of these things are incredibly natural and obvious to young people, to all of you guys who've grown up with mobile phones. For the older generation, they weren't obvious. And if you look at the future, some people say, you know, oh, you know, VR is too expensive, it's too difficult, and all this stuff. Well, it's going to be free in your pocket. People talked about smart homes. And you'd have a smart home where you'd come into the room and the lights would go on and you'd leave and they'd go off and the temperature would always be perfect and only if people were there you'd have heat or cold weather. And smart homes were the future, you know, 40 years ago. But the reality is people, if they go in a room, they want to turn on the light and have light and read or whatever. They don't want it to go off because they're reading and sitting still. You know, smart homes aren't here, even though theoretically they should be here. And so what you learn from this is that habits are very, very hard to break, very hard to change. You need a generational shift to change people. If people do something a normal way now, it's very hard for them to do it a different way. And it's natural, they have to learn and do things. So if you're trying something new, it can be difficult to get adoption. The other, so that's one thing. Habits are hard to change, but you know, it's fun trying.
Going to work, but like VR is going to be natural for everyone. Like every phone will be like virtual reality supported. So I think the next big thing will be virtual reality.
See, I pay his salary to work in virtual reality. He's promoting virtual reality. You know, obviously, I believe that right when I started a VR company. You know, it's again, if you have two choices, either technology stays the same, and your phone becomes free, your TV becomes free, your PC becomes free, or they continue to get better and have more capabilities. So if you go back and you look at history, it was impossible, or you could do video teleconferencing from the 1950s, maybe before that, but it was terrible and it sucked. And in the 1990s, when I was doing this technology research, I noticed at a conference, we presented at a conference, we had the best technology, so we had big 4K, you know, high resolution monitors and broadcast cameras at the conference. And sitting at a conference when the speaker was here, I would watch the display here because the display was better than the live speaker. You know, and it was obvious to me that when technology gets good enough, then the technology will be better, you know, people will use it. And the same thing has happened with all these trends. So, you know, in the 1990s, even early 2000s, people thought, you know, well, film cameras will be here forever because, you know, film is more artistic, film is better resolution, film looks good. But two things happened. One is digital film, digital resolutions became as good or eventually better than film. The automation of the exposure, the timing, everything about taking a digital picture became better than a traditional manual camera. And most importantly, you could share pictures instantly with email, with Snapchat, whatever, Flickr, whatever the application was at the time. And so suddenly, within a matter of a couple of years, when resolutions improved, and I probably have a slide on that, photo resolutions, I do, but not on this deck, people switched to digital cameras. Same thing with digital music, same thing with digital video. Every, switching from DVDs to digital video, everything happened when technology got good enough. So one of the companies I followed in the 1990s was Netflix, when their specialty was they invented a paper envelope that you could send someone a DVD, they could watch the movie, they could turn the envelope inside out and send the DVD back to the company. It had nothing to do with digital downloads, nothing to do with the internet, but it established Netflix is a company that can compete with Blockbuster, which used to rent videotapes and DVDs eventually. But now Netflix is the dominant player in online downloading because they knew that eventually you'd be distributing movies from anywhere. The only reason I'm here in Kathmandu working on VR, doing anything, is because of the great work of NewITventure, because of the great work of Kamal and all of you on this team doing internet video. You know, I invested in a different internet video company in about 2005, 2006. That company failed spectacularly. The CEO should be in jail. I stepped in as interim CEO to sell the assets, and first to try to save the company, and then to sell the assets. One of the assets they have was a strategic investment in NewITventure for Nepalese content. When I sold that company, sold the assets in 2009, I kept the investment in NITV because Kamal was doing everything right that other company was doing wrong. And the reason I came first to Nepal a year ago is because of NewITventure, because of the work you guys are doing in internet video. So keep up the good work. The reason we're here with Paracosma is because I think it's the evolution, the future of internet video. When we have 360 video perfected at Paracosma, all the NITV customers will also be asking for 360 video, and we'll be able to share back that technology. So technology as part of my business before that, or in total, we're in the right place. We're going to the future together, and glad to have you here. Thank you.